This saga is getting crazy. So Matt Gaetz just quit, or I should say withdrew his name from a consideration to be Attorney General. This is per Punchbowl News. They actually spun off Politico a few years ago, back during the stimulus days, and they have a lot of inside connections to the Hill. And so this is now circulating everywhere here. But let's understand this from about 5 days ago, actually it's more like a week ago, Matt Gaetz resigned from Congress. Remember, the investigation into him, the House ethics investigation into him, was supposed to be fully released and detailed last Friday, which is, about 6 days ago. But he quit about 8 days ago. So just 2 or 3 days before the report was supposed to come out, he quit because he's like, all right, I'm out of Congress. I'm actually running for the Attorney General appointment now, thanks to Trump. I just need to get confirmed by the Senate. So he's quit the House. Then concerns really started brewing about, is he actually going to get approved or confirmed in the Senate? Because if he's not, the appointment doesn't mean anything. He won't go anywhere. And a lot of murmurings were circulating around, well, in order for him to get approved, that report is going to come out, or it's going to have to come out. Well, apparently, documents that have been coming out haven't been too particularly friendly to Matt. Take a look at some of this. Matt sent over $10,000 in Venmo payments to 2 women who testified in the House probe, according to records now released. Look at some of these items here. This is sort of a put together summary here from the House Ethics Committee from its probe of him. And you'll see things like, 2 various different women, $300 for car deductible, $200 for gift, $417 reimbursement, tickets, so like flight tickets, reimbursements for refreshments, $300 for love you, okay, $250 for hi, and $420 for joy. But there are more. They've also over here got another over $6,000 to a different woman. And these are PayPal and Venmo transactions. $250 for being my friend. $400 for being awesome. $500 for here. And then that looks like some kind of happy face emoji with some kind of puckering going on over there. $300. Gift, $300. Just because, $200. Flight plus extra for you, $400. And so a lot of these things ordinarily would just seem, pretty generic. But apparently, some of these women have testified that Gaetz gave her the check, the $750 apparent tuition reimbursement, and that apparently these were for sex. That witnesses received mirroring payments labeled for travel or other purposes around the time Gaetz allegedly arranged for 2 women to fly to New York for sex and accompany him to an appearance on the Fox News show Outnumbered. In other payments, emojis like wrapped gifts or hug emojis are used. Okay, extra for you, blah, blah, blah. Basically, they're linking this together by not just looking into these actual transactions, but also because of testimony from women that before this closed door panel stated that at least some of the payments were for sex. You can see that here. The Venmo records total over $10,000 in payments were shown to the witness, who testified that some of them were from Gaetz and were for sex. Now, this is ABC. You've got this reported over here by the Wall Street Journal that allegedly he had sex with a 17-year-old. And this apparently was at a party in 2017 where a witness told the House Ethics Committee that she saw Gaetz having sex with a 17-year-old at the party, which is also kind of interesting. It's like, I guess that was a pretty public a display of affection there. Gaetz denied ever having sex with a minor or paying for sex. And Alex Pfeiffer says Gaetz is the right man for the job and will end the weaponization of our justice system, which was kind of the big irony that, somebody like Gaetz could potentially be the Attorney General, which is, now dead, and Trump will have to pick somebody else. But it's also interesting because, here's NBC News, obviously also leans left. talking about this. 2 women he represents, whom NBC is not naming, told the House Ethics Committee investigators that Gaetz paid them for sex several times, and they believe the committee's report on Gaetz should be publicly released. They want the American people to know the truth and that they are speaking the truth. Within minutes of arriving at a party in Orlando, one of his clients, who was 19 at the time, was introduced to Gaetz and taken upstairs to have sex with him. Later that evening, as she walked outside to go to the pool area, she said she saw Gaetz and her minor friend having sex against a game table. Wow. 2 different women, same party, and against a game table. So what, like the pool table? Is this like a porno? What is this? This is a very vivid memory she has. Oh dear. Okay, and apparently this was with the 17-year-old. So a lot of this is coming together from testimony, which Leopard also accused Gaetz of using the phrase party favors in text messages as code for drugs, mostly marijuana, as well as ecstasy, though. Hence maybe the $420 payment we saw. The women were not paid for sex during trips, but Gaetz paid for flights, lodging, and entertainment for separate occasions. So again, where they say some payments were for sex and some weren't. You do have the Ethics Committee so far declining, as of yesterday, to release the Gaetz report, but that could be because this bipartisan panel realized that while there's no agreement right now to release the report, it's probably going to get even closer and closer and closer that they are going to end up releasing the report. And I don't think Gaetz wanted this testimony out. You kind of can't blame that or this whole report. So it looks like now he's stepped down, which means he's no longer under the jurisdiction of the potential Senate for confirmation. And now he's also no longer in the House of Representatives. So technically the House of Representatives Ethics Committee has no jurisdiction over him. And technically he could be charged based on those findings, but if those findings get buried, nothing may end up happening. Now, the editorial board at the Wall Street Journal suggests that the House Ethics Committee declined to release the report, but given the gravity of the accusations, this won't be the end of it. And basically, the Wall Street Journal was saying, like, look, this is going to keep going until, like, the full report comes out. Because now we've got testimony corroborating that he had sex with a 17-year-old. We've got payment trails. The full report's going to come out. There's no way he's going to get confirmed unless everything basically comes to light. Gaetz quitting now does suggest that his career could potentially be over. And at the same time, I also opened up this tab, which I thought was interesting. When Kamala Harris appeared on SNL, there were 70 Federal Communications Commission complaints submitted that Donald Trump was not given equal airtime, which is required by law, especially before an election. Anyway, this is kind of crazy. And I guess now we have to wait to see who the next Attorney General is going to be. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. If you like these sort of updates, make sure you're also part of the Alpha Report. It's totally free. You go to meetkevin.com/alpha, and every single morning I can give you a totally free report of catalysts to look for, trade ideas, good fundamental deals. Hey, like, did you know this stock was trading really cheap? Did you know this stock was trading really expensively? Did you know this is what's going on with volatility, or what catalyst is coming today, or what the Fed's gonna say next, or what the bottom line is on some of the news of the day? It's all packed together in little bullet points made easy for you, and it's free. Just go to meetkevin.com/alpha, sign up. You can click the yellow button right here if you're in the US or Canada, and we'll text and email you. If you're outside the US or Canada, click the little gray bar below it. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and good luck.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.